boarding house was a place that I worked in for, I guess, for 4 or 5 years. It was a big empty space that people divided up with blankets, with sheet metal, with wood. It was a very strange, surrealistic place. It was quite a brutal place. It was quite a comic place. Certainly it was a place where the human condition exposed itself on all different levels. So I think most importantly in this period I began to see myself as an artist, photographer. I began to interact with the subjects. There was a creative process going on between me and the world around me, and the picture started to develop more complex meanings than the previous work. This one's called Mimicry, and this is a very interesting photograph. It tells you so much about what photography is about, catching a moment, catching a relationship, and as the boy's hands crisscross, it ties up with this, you know. And there's sort of a hidden truth, hidden visual truth that comes out of this picture. A boarding house, by its very nature, is where people sleep, eat, pass time. So we have a young child here sleeping. Also, this boarding house in particular was full of animals. The animals were all over the place, whether they're cats, whether they're mice, whether they're rats, whether they're chickens, or they're rabbits. They were everywhere you went. And so in this case, there's a very interesting dog. And I've always said that the most important thing in this picture is when the dog's eye turns white. That's the key part of this photograph. That's photography. Photography is about capturing a moment that can't be repeated. They take you to another zone, another place, almost a place of the psyche. And I think when people look at the pictures, they shouldn't worry about where is this place, how did he get into this place, is it real, is it unreal, is it this or that. The photograph is called Pathos. And when you walked into the boarding house, this stuffed animal, stuffed ape was right in front of the door to the building. And when people saw this stuffed animal with the background the way it was sort of an emblem, it was sort of a metaphor. The people in this boarding house felt a deep pain. But I think this deep pain that this picture symbolizes is felt by everybody. So pathos is the deep pain that everybody feels but tries to cover it up, whether it's through fancy cars, jetting around the world, or playing tennis. We can't get away from it, really. And we want everything packaged in so we can put it underneath the bed and go to sleep at night. And you can try for the rest of your life, as far as I'm concerned, to come up with words that define these photographs, but you're still not going to hit the bullseye. But in a way that's what makes good art, that the art stands on its own and doesn't necessarily have to depend on words to explain their meaning. Unfortunately, we live in a world where the art's just trying to reinforce everything we know already. Everybody likes to be reinforced, so and that's actually what art shouldn't be doing. You know? It should be actually making people question the world around them and understand themselves a little bit better, and that should be the purpose of art. Unfortunately, we don't see that in most things we do, and we don't see it in most artwork.